All right, we're now doing two-step equations. So it takes 2 steps to solve an equation that is more than one operation. So. You've got to use your PEDMAS backwards. So remember, this would be your brackets, I think we use of, this will be multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So what you've got to do is you must start with your addition or subtraction. That's where you've got to start. Okay? Remember equations, everything's backwards? Exactly with this. So you start with your adding or subtracting, and then you do your multiplying and dividing. So let's look at it. We go simplify by using addition or subtraction, and then obviously you're going to be doing the opposite of that. Okay? And then simplify further by then doing the multiplication or the division, but doing the opposite of that. Let's show you what I mean. Example 1, we've got 2x, take 15 equals 5. So the first thing we do is we've got to do our addition or subtraction first. So subtraction is here. Okay? And remember, it's always on the side where the variable is. So we know we've got to do the opposite of take 15 is add 15. So we've got to add 15 to both sides. So we go add 15, add 15. By adding 15, it crosses those two out. And 5 plus 15 will give you 20. So now you've got 2x is equal to 20. Now we say, okay, so what has been done to the variable? The variable has been multiplied by 2. What is the opposite of that? Division. So now I have to divide it by 2. So we divide it by 2. 2's cross each other out, and we're left with x is equal to 10. And this is how I want you to set it out. Remember, your equal signs all have to be one underneath each other. Right, let's look at another example. So we've got 11n plus 1. So what do we do? We have to do a plus or minus first. So what do we do to get rid of a plus 1? We take 1. So and those two cross each other out, and then 67 take 1 will give you 66. So now we've got 11n is equal to 66. And we go back to what we used to do. What has been done to the variable? It's been multiplied by 11. So we have to do the opposite, which is divide by 11. And those 11s cross each other out, and 66 divided by 11 is 6. There you go. You leave all. Right, next one. We've got negative 2y plus 4 equals 8. So we've got to do our plus 4. Look at that first. Opposite of that is take 4. So we go take 4. Those cross each other out. And we've got 8 take 4, which will give us 4. So now we've got negative 2y is equal to 4. Right, what has been done to the y? It's been multiplied by negative 2. So we then have to, opposite, divide by negative 2. So we go divide by negative 2, negative 2. So those two cross each other out, and we're left with y. 4 divided by negative 2. Remember, if you're not good with your positive and negatives, put it in the calculator. Y is equal to negative 2. You be all. Okay, last one, let's have a look. 5x take 2. So we've got to start with our subtraction, but we've got to change that to an addition. So we go plus 2 plus 2. You leave all. Those cross each other out. 3 plus 2 gives you 5. So now we're left with 5x is equal to 5. What do we do? Well, x is being times by 5, divided by 5. So we divide them both by 5. Those cross each other out here, and we're left with x is equal to 1. Now I'm going to do some word sums because I want you to get these right. So look at this. Oh, no, I lie. I've got another example. Okay, so we've got x divided by 5, take 9. So we start with our take first, and we make it a plus 9. So we go plus 9, those two cross each other out. Negative 2 plus 9 will give us negative 7. So we've got x divided by 5 is equal to 7. Right, so what do we do here? X, what is happening to x? X is being divided by 5. So what's the opposite? Times it by 5. So we've got it times it by 5, times it by 5. So there we go. Times by 5, times by 5. What happens is those two 5s cross each other out. So you're just left with x, and 7 times 5 is 35. Now we're going to do the word sums. Right. Bobby bought 3 t-shirts at the mall and a pair of pants for $16 at the clothing store. Altogether, he spent $28 for the clothes. How much was each shirt? So we start off by saying, right, what variable are we going to use? We start with our variable. We're going to say t. If the question doesn't say to use x or use whatever, you can choose whatever you want. Okay? So we're going to use a t. So we don't know how much the t-shirts are. So we know that we've got 3 times T. Whatever T is, we don't know. We know that the pair of pants cost $16, so we go plus 16. And we know all together he spent $28, so we can go equals 28. Right, so now we start. We say, okay, this is a plus 16. We have to start with our plus or our minus. So we're going to take 16. Those cross each other out. 28 takes 16 is 3t is equal to 12. Right. What is being done to our t at the moment? It's being multiplied by 3. To get rid of it, we have to divide by 3. So we divide both by 3. Those get rid of our 3's. 12 divided by 3 will give you 4. Now you have your answer, but remember it's a word problem, so we've got to answer in words. So how much was each shirt? Each shirt cost $4. So you write that next one. Okay, let's do one more. Diane sold 9 decorated flowers that cost the same amount, each plus a dozen roses for $28. Altogether, she sold $73 in flowers. How much was each decorated flower? So now we're going to think, okay, what is our variable we're going to use? We're going to say F. You could say G, you could put an X, you could do whatever you want. All right. So we know that they sold 9. So we go 9F because we don't know how much it is. We know that she also sold a dozen roses for 28, so we can stick in the 28. And we know altogether it was 73. So we put our answer as 73. All right, now we work it out. We say, well, it's a plus 28, so we have to go the opposite. So it's a take 28. Beautiful. And so those two will cross each other out. 9F is equal to 45. So what has been done to our variable? It's been multiplied by 9. So the opposite is divide by 9. So we divide by 9, divide by 9, and we're left with 5. And then we've got to answer our question. So the question was, how much was each decorated flower? The decorated flowers were $5 each. Can't wait to see what you can do.